Oh, hi there, everyone. I'm going to make possibly my most controversial video yet, and that's saying something because a lot of my videos have a bit of a controversial aspect to them. Actually, I don't believe that's true. I think this is a very fair video, and although some people don't want to hear it, it's just an opinion of mine. I'm allowed to express my beliefs. And okay, the topic of the video is going to be I don't hate Jewish people, but there happen to be people of Jewish origin whom I do not like. Now, that's not a racial slur, that's not being racist or anything like that. I'm not being unfair to a whole civilization, but there are some Jewish people who I really don't like. And I'm going to start off with the small fish, like Seinfeld. TV show from the 90s, so it's not new, but I just wanted to put my spin on it. I also want to talk about Jerry Springer. He is Jewish, and he specializes in making fun of white Southern Americans, rednecks as some people call them. He makes a specific point of making them look very, very stupid and very grotesque. And he happens to be Jewish. Okay, so getting on to Seinfeld. I never thought Seinfeld was funny. The only character on it I didn't mind was Newman, played by Wayne Knight. He was also in Jurassic Park, and he was quite amusing in that as well. But the other characters in Seinfeld I did not like. I didn't think Jerry was very funny. He rarely had any good material. Like, I sat through quite a few episodes because my brother happens to like Seinfeld. Partially because he has a half Russian, half Jewish girlfriend. I think that may have influenced him a little bit. Me, on the other hand, I don't have that problem. Anyway, the thing is, almost all of the white guys in that TV show were either crazy or stupid or both. And that was a common theme. All the main characters were Jewish. They said George Costanza, Jason Alexander, was Italian, but he's not. He's Jewish. It's as simple as that. And all of Jerry's girlfriends, a lot of them were blonde, and they were white women, stupid, and they were there for like a week and then they'd be gone. So Jerry Seinfeld, the ultimate player, who's a Jew and not particularly a good-looking guy, was scoring all the white chicks, and all the white guys were a bunch of dumbasses. Now, like I said, their material was not very funny. Like, one of the main characters, and a lot of people think he was really funny, was the Soup Nazi. I gotta tell you, he was not funny at all. Like, you wouldn't even get a smirk out of me from that guy. He happened to be Jewish, so it was funny that he was portrayed as the Soup Nazi in that sense. Although, I didn't like it, okay? Now, some people like to say, well, it was the century of Jewish comedy and things like that. But when you think about it, how much Jewish comedy was actually really that funny? There were Spaceballs. That was totally Jewish. Granted, they made fun of themselves on one or two occasions in that movie, but even that wasn't that funny. It's a little bit dated, if you ask me. There's some jokes that they're not funny. Some of it was all right, but a lot of it wasn't that funny. Jewish comedians don't have a problem with making fun of Anglo-Saxon white males. And, okay, in somewhat more recent news, there was a tabloid a few years back of Jerry Seinfeld saying he was going to make beef with Gaga. A little play on words. They're on some sort of relationship. I don't know what. Not a sexual one, but like friendship kind of thing. Anyway, the thing about Lady Gaga is that she's Italian. She's not really white anyway. And don't get me wrong, the Italians are plenty asshole themselves. So don't give me this crap about, oh, if you're white and you're proud, that you're a racist and therefore you're wrong and therefore you're stupid. When I watch these things, these anti-white things, how do they expect me to feel? Do they expect me to emulate them? To go along with their side of the story, their narrative? Because that's not going to happen. Now, I realize these happened back in the 90s, but that's important to my psychological development because I grew up with this shit on television. And guess what? Seinfeld is still on TV. It's repeats, but it's still on TV. Jerry Springer is still on TV. It's still airing. Okay, so you get characters that come out of the woodwork like Eric Cartman, who does not like the Jews, doesn't like them at all. And there's some things that he's done that I like. I find that he's funny. I don't think I'm being wrong in my decision. I'm perfectly willing to have Jewish friends, and it is a crying shame what happened to them 75 years ago, but that's hardly my fault for one thing. And for two, they've been, playing that card for too many years and been getting away with doing things that they shouldn't have. As a matter of fact, they're a big reason we had World War I, so no surprise World War II comes along and nobody likes them. Well, World War III is coming along and still nobody likes them. You may get the Brad Pitts out there who's a Jew lover and thinks so highly of them. He made the movie Inglourious Basterds, which was totally stroking the dick of the Jews. I only watched bits and parts of that movie. Not one of the movies I really like. I don't like Brad Pitt as it is. Which reminds me of another anti-white TV show, Friends. David Schwimmer. Do not like that guy at all. He's got Jew written all over his face. Whoops, I sounded a little bit racist there. Well, maybe just a little. I don't have to like them. Lordy, lordy, we know they don't entirely like us. They don't like white people. Some of them may be friends with us, but they're trying to get us to go into their culture, into their way of seeing things. And a lot of people play the race card and the racism card, and they use it as a mechanism to prevent further conversation. Now, I realize the examples I brought up are just, they're small potatoes, but they were on television, they were part of the media for the general public, and it had a spin on it, it had a slant on it that was anti-white. And now they're crying the blues because there's so much propaganda on the internet demonizing Israel, which is actually some Jews in the U.S. don't support Israel anyway, but that's another topic that I will not get into. But the point is, yes, a lot of innocent Jewish people died in World War II, and it's something that the Jewish producers, media creators have never forgotten. But do they care about the 50 million other people that died? No, because it doesn't benefit them. It doesn't benefit them to crybaby about them. But Jewish businessmen were responsible for both wars. They've been responsible for a ton of wars. It's no conspiracy. The Rothschilds and there are other people as well that are directly responsible for the deaths of millions of people, and they happen to be Jewish. But they don't get the same kind of reprimand as someone like Hitler did, because Hitler didn't hide behind closed doors. He directly said, I don't like the Jews, blah, 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 and he did what he did. He didn't use dirty, underhanded, backstabbing tricks, as Mel Gibson pointed out. Well, Mel Gibson's a mixed bag too. Some things about him I like, some things I don't. But anyway, that's another point entirely. The thing is, okay, I'll just get to the point. My main theme that I wanted to get on is that I don't not like Jewish people. Although the candy is horrible. I've tried some. It's disgusting. Anyway, I do not like them. There's nothing wrong with your average everyday citizen who's, just going about his life and, trying to be happy, does his thing, maybe a little respectful of his culture, maybe doesn't think of it, who knows. But it's the ones that are immediately bashing, in particular neo-Nazis or white supremacists or any of those things, and are constantly trying to make us look stupid, alienate us, and exclude us from mainstream society, which is a common everyday problem for guys like me. I'm a social pariah because of my beliefs. My beliefs are no more radical than Jewish people's beliefs, who think that I should be demonized for being proud of being white. So we obviously got a clash, and the pendulum's got to go back the other way, man. Because we've put up with their crap for too long. Put up with their bullshit, put up with their lies, their sneaky little maneuvers, and I ain't got no respect for a lot of them. They use a high-handedness and underhandedness, and there are a fair amount of them who deserve to be removed from mainstream society themselves because of their beliefs, because of the problems they brought upon us. I'm not going to win over a lot of friends with this kind of talk. I might even get in trouble for it. But I have to say my piece because I see racist things against me, but supposedly I'm not allowed to say anything, even though I've done nothing wrong in my entire life, against them. I can't defend myself. I can't do this. I can't do that. Because it's not PC. It's not politically correct. It's not socially acceptable. Well, guess what? It's time somebody changed the rules. Because the way you're running things is fucked up. And I don't have to agree with it. And I don't care if you don't like my opinion. This is my channel, and I will run it the way I want to. I'm not going to be PC. I'm not going to bend over backwards for you. If you don't like my channel, don't watch my videos. I don't care. I don't need you anyway. So anyway, closing statement. You happen to be Jewish. You're living a normal life. You're a nice guy, nice person. I don't got anything against you. You're Jewish, however, and you're trying to stick it to the goyim, as they like to say. I got a problem with you. And it isn't going to end until one of the other us backs off. So, I'm not going to make very many videos on this subject, but I've said my point, and that's just an example, set of examples. There are other ones I can pull out of the book. And let's get serious, folks. Let's stop with the backstabbing and stop with the dirty tricks. Okay? Let's just be honest with each other. We can talk like grown-up adults. Anyway, watch this video and you hated it, hit unsubscribe. See you assholes later.